Let's continue this Black Excellency Party. It's an honor to be with you today to celebrate. I'm Shalanda Young, for those of you who are not screaming my name. Mr. President, those are your Congressional Black Caucus members who, before I worked for you, I was with them for 15 years.
They know who doles out the money.
I'm the member of President Biden's cabinet, his budget director. The president likes to say I'm the money lady. I think you like to do this when you refer to me. And I'm the first Black woman to do it. I think that matters. And I want to thank the president personally, I don't think I ever have, for letting this little Black girl from Clinton, Louisiana, get to show that Black people deserve to be in all the spaces. So thank you so much. I'm also the fruit of generations who poured all they had into me. And most of you out there can say the same thing. And they taught me what Black excellency was, and it's how I was expected to live. Most importantly, I'm a mother of an almost 3-year-old, Miss Charlie, a young Black girl. And I hope even when she's a teenager, she rolls her eyes already. So pray for me. But teenage Charlie, I hope that she remembers walking through these halls and what that means and what is expected of her, and that she takes the Black excellence and she brings it to the next generation. The president likes to tell people, including me, especially me, don't tell me what you value, show me your budget and I'll tell you what you value. Trust me, he means those words. He puts his money where his mouth is. When he talks about value, it's more than economic value of something. He sees the inherent dignity and value of people all around our country and the inherent excellence, which is why when I oversee the budget, I work to ensure that we invest in people and places that will ensure the next generation of Black excellence. I oversee a $7 trillion budget. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for trusting me. Now, I know $7 trillion sounds like a lot, but I want to explain how those investments look. It means that a small rural community like the one I grew up in Clinton, Louisiana, a town of under 2,000 people, that explains the accent, is finally seeing critical investments from their government, such as broadband internet. And I can tell you firsthand, I went home, Mr. President, and saw my almost 96-year-old grandmother who has internet in Clinton, Louisiana. We couldn't figure out the password because she couldn't remember it, but it's there when somebody can remember what it is to reset it. And believe it or not, in 2024, this president and vice president are still fighting to make sure people have adequate sewer and water infrastructure. It means that this administration can ensure that the government show up in places that have been left behind. For Black Americans and communities, this also means historic federal investments in our HBCUs, new economic opportunities and good paying jobs in Black communities, and lower healthcare and childcare costs. Let me tell you, I get that. Because we know what it means when a family gets a slot to a Head Start program. It means parents have the room to invest in their children and see their dreams come to life. What do you say, Mr. President? People just want a little breathing room. That's what he's led us to focus on. That's what budgets are about. As a point of personal privilege, I just want to say that I'm incredibly proud to work for President Biden, Vice President Harris, who have fought relentlessly to create opportunity, advance equity, and fight for families. As a short example of the importance of Family First by the President, last summer, I was on my last leg doing a little deal around the debt ceiling, Mr. President. One afternoon, I was in a meeting with you, and at this point, I've gone weeks without spending much time with the kid. I had no laundry. and I was hanging on literally by a thread. The meeting was going a little long, but I knew I needed to sneak out to get my child from daycare because they charge $5 a minute if you are late. And that $7 trillion is a US government budget, not my personal budget, so every minute counts. So I started to back up quietly, and you go, "Where you going?" And I said, "Well, I guess now I'm going to go call somebody to pick up Charlie." And without skipping a beat, you said, "Well, bring over here." My mind immediately went to the damage I knew my child would do to the Resolute desk. So I did not take you up on that offer, but I could not do this job if you didn't tell all of us, if it's about your family, go home. The president's graciousness and understanding in that moment was incredibly important to me as a mother. And the reason I'm able to do this job is because this president and this vice president put family first. With your help, we have made historic gains, and the future looks good. I look forward to accomplishing more together. We have lots of work to do,